Shalom. First and foremost, above all things, I want to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Radash from the Prophets in Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm your brother Akiat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household, on you sincere brothers and your few sisters out there. And lesson for today, the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is guiding his elect no matter what. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be edifying. So, just a faith booster to, keep in mind that's important, that no matter what, through the good, through the bad, that Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is watching over his elect, man. It's the book of Psalms chapter 34 and verse 7. The angel of the Lord, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, encampeth around about them that fear him and delivereth them. Yeah. So no matter what you're going through, sometimes we, the spirit may not be heavy on you one day, but every day that you wake up and reflect on Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, reflect on his word, thinking of scriptures that come to mind, certain things, the spirit is on you to do videos. I mean, every brother's different. Some brothers may do videos on a daily basis and some, whenever they do, but it's at the end of the day, it's all about doing what you can do to the best of your ability, because again, everyone's different, but the main thing is to have your focus on Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, man, no matter what. Satan's going to do his thing, and it is what it is, but, we have to, continue on grinding, man, and just to keep in mind that no matter what, through the good and through the bad, because, hey, look, we're in a place of captivity, or we're not in our kingdom. So we're going to be faced with challenges, but how we respond to them is by praying to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, man. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 17, pray without ceasing. Yeah. So in the madness that we live in, we are to pray without ceasing, no matter what. Keep going on, keep grinding, and Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is going to do the rest. I mean, when you think about it in your life, whether it was before you come into this truth or even after you come in, there are certain things, and me personally, I'm sure you can relate to it too. Even before you came into this knowledge, there were certain things that happened, and you were like, "Damn, how did that happen?" And being, untrained, unlearned, some of us probably said, "Oh, that's luck," or "Damn, you was fortunate," But really what it was Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, man. Nothing is approved, or nothing happens without Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi allowing it to happen. So it's you have to understand that the Lord controls everyone. You know, even these jakes out here that are wicked, but the Lord can fix it in certain situations to where they do fairly towards you. You know, you have some people that do right by you. That's because the Lord allowed them to do it, even though they're wicked. Because even as Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is using us to push this ministry, He's also using these wicked people to our advantage. Sometimes even with Esau. Here's the proof. Um, Proverbs, I believe it's Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 7, if I'm not mistaken. When a man's ways, Proverbs chapter 16 and 7, when a man's ways please the Lord, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Yahawah being the name of the Heavenly Father, which means he is or he is or he exists. And then you have the Son's name, which is Yahawashi, which the world ignorantly called Jesus, but his name is Yahawashi. The letter J didn't come into effect until 1524. When a man's ways please the Lord, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Yeah. So we know our enemies are these people who don't believe in Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, which mainly is Esau, then our people, because they're enemies to this too, and the other nations, people of the other nations. So these are all our enemies, but at the same time, it's the Lord who's controlling that. When you read that, and I'll read it one more time. Proverbs 16 and 7, when a man's ways please the Lord, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. Yeah, so that's food for thought, man. You know what? Matter of fact, let me go to the NLT and see what that says. This, like I say, at the end of the day, we have to keep this in mind, And sometimes, we can get so caught up, but Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is with us. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7 in the NLT, when people's lives please the Lord, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, even their enemies are at peace with them. Yeah, so it's something to keep in mind. And always remember that no matter what, through the good and the bad, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is going to get you through it. Sometimes we can look at things and like, man, this is insurmountable, But when Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is working with you, man, you get through it. And he was like, damn, the Lord was with me on that, And, we didn't know that back in the day, but now we know it. So, hey, man, just because we're going to need this mindset even going into the times that we're going into. But right now we still have the so-called liberty to go to and fro and do what we need to do. But there's going to come a time when all these things are going to not transpire and you're not going to be able to move like you want to move and do the things that you usually do or whatever, But all the more reason when that faith in Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi's got to kick in, and only the elect are going to have it, man. And like the scriptures say, the elect have received and the rest were blinded. So just food for thought to let you know that, hey, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is watching over us, man. So Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was an edifying lesson. And once again, I want to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Rakakradash. Special double honors to the elders and apostles on down. Peace and salutations to the elect. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say shalom.